Hello folks, Bob C-Gar coming to you from my studio in Springfield, Oregon, which is, that's right, a lawn chair in front of my garage door. So, a little about the cigar. Some people are interested in what cigar I'm smoking, and if I'm smoking something different, I try to tell you. So, this is a La Perla Habana Classic. So anytime you put classic on something, it's going to be better than anything else, and they did it right. So what I want to talk to you about today, again, speed of Trump, everything is just going crazy. But so, Trump sends the criminal gang members down to El Salvador, and of course you've all seen the videos of the prison, and they get their heads shaved and da 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 da, and people like feel sorry for them. They're being but they don't seem to feel sorry for their victims. You don't hear them talk too much about that. But let's just say this. Let's just say that Trump sends them down there, and that his people. Okay, so obviously somebody is in charge, of that program. So, of course, you have a judge jump in and says, yeah, you got a district judge, federal district judge, steps in and says, yeah, you got to turn the plane around, da 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 da. Plane still goes, they're in the prison, and the judge says, well, you have to bring them back. Then, of course, the judge says, yeah, you got to come in, you got to represent, we're going to question you, da da da. And my question is, what would stop Trump for sending one of his people there and saying, yeah, we did it. Yeah, we disobeyed your order. So he convicts him, puts the guy in jail. Trump writes him a pardon, and the guy's back out. And then we just keep playing this game until these judges quit trying to run the entire country from their district court. I think it's something they ought to think about, And I'm a law and order guy, and I believe in following the rules and da da da. But I also have seen, I've seen what they've done to Trump. I see what they're doing, what they're trying to do to Elon Musk, and it's without a doubt, it's a coordinated effort to try to destroy people that they disagree with. I know I'm old enough to remember when Obama said, I got a phone and a pen. I remember Biden saying, the court saying that he couldn't cancel student loans, and he did anyway. So I know that Trump wouldn't be the only one to ever say, no, we're not going to play this game. So that being said, I think it's been a good week. I think Trump is still rolling. There's a whole lot of people screaming about Social Security, and and the thing about the Democrats that they just don't seem to grasp. There was a time when you screamed wolf and people were concerned, but now people are like, whatever. Let's just see what happens. And I think that's where we're at. And with this Social Security, oh, you're not going to get your checks, and you're not this. I don't believe any of that. And I'm thinking probably most people don't. AOC and Bernie Sanders are out there, and they're doing their rallies and all this. And Bernie Sanders he's a lifetime politician, and he's a millionaire, so he can't say millionaires and billionaires now. He just has to say billionaires. He got 3 houses. This guy acting like he's for the working guy, and he wants to do this and that. Now, people can say that about Trump. Trump's a billionaire, and he says he's for the working guy. But the difference is that Trump has employed thousands and thousands of working men and women. So, yeah, Trump can actually say it because, he knows them. He's done it. He's been around them. He's worked with them. He's hired them. And so, and Trump relates. Bernie Sanders doesn't relate with anybody. He looks like, I'm almost 71 years old, and he looks you know, like he was a high school teacher when I was there. The guy looks, he's 80 some years old, you know, and they're putting him out there like he's the face of the party. It's sad. And Schumer saying that, we're sending people to Republican town halls and we're going to force them to change how they view things, or they're going to reap the consequences. What's he think? He's a mob boss or something? You're an old man, Schumer. Sit down before somebody puts you down. Anyway, hope everybody has a good rest of the weekend. Oh, I will say that please subscribe if you like what I have to say, if you find it entertaining, if I make you laugh, that's the purpose. Then subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get them when I do one, and share it with your friends. Maybe somebody would like seeing an old guy smoke a cigar and bullshitting. You never know. So do that. Also, you can find me on X under my regular name, Bob Coe. But there's a whole bunch of numbers and I don't know what they are, so you may have trouble finding it. But anyway, I'm going to try to link this account to my X account, so then you won't have that problem. You'll be able to see. Anyway, my X account's doing way better than this one is. I think I got 26 followers or something on this one, and I got 130 on X, and I haven't been doing X very long, so. This is a good cigar. Anyway, take care. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Talk to you later. Bye.